Hello and welcome to the Golf Diaries. Today we're looking at Aenso Core detailer. Hello and welcome back to the Golf Diaries. My name's Mark, and if you're into your VWs, car care, car shows, VW lifestyle, all that kind of good stuff, then hopefully you're in the right place. So please like, subscribe and spread the word. So today we're looking at Core, which is by Enzo. It's an interior detailer. It's a cleaner and a protectant. I'll go outside shortly and I'll show you the application to both the work van and to the daily driver Audi. Pointless doing it on the Golfs. They live quite a sheltered life in here, so they never really get dirty inside. So, but I'll take it outside and show you that in just one second. So what is Aenso Core Interior Detailer? Well, it's Enzo, as you may know if you watched my Aenso Gleam review, and I'll put a link to that down below, is owned by Modesta, who have got a long history of producing some pretty high-end coatings. And the Enzo range is quite a nice looking range. I mean, they come in kind of bottles with a little cap on here. That's the insect remover, which I'll be putting to the test in the next few weeks. It's that time of year. Speaking of which, it is like a sauna in here, so if I'm looking a little bit redder than normal, that's why. I think it's about 30 degrees in here. It's really quite warm. But anyway, enough of that. So Aenso Core Detailer. It's a cleaner and it's a protectant, and so pretty much an all-in-one product for your interior plastics. You can obviously use it on vinyl, leather. It's also usable on touchscreens. So obviously in modern cars with sat-nav displays and so on, it's absolutely fine to use it on that. It's a simple application process, which I'll take you through in a second. And what I'll do is I'll use a bright yellow microfiber, which isn't necessarily the best microfiber to use. It's just not a particularly nice microfiber. It's a cheapie off eBay. But the reason I'm using that particular microfiber is because of its colour. It will hopefully show you the amount of dirt that it takes off and how good its cleaning properties are. So with no further ado, let's get outside and start applying it. So you simply spray the core onto your microfiber and then start to clean the surface. Now this one hasn't been done for quite some time, so it's going to be interesting to see how this comes up. I can't remember the last time I cleaned this. It's quite bad, isn't it? So once into the detailing. But yeah, it's a busy work van, so I can't complain too much. So it seems to be going on really nicely. Probably haven't picked the right microfiber. Obviously I've picked the yellow one because I can show the dirt that gets picked up a little bit easier on this colour. But it's not the most user-friendly microfiber for this job. So it's taking a little bit more applying perhaps than it should. But I have used it on other microfibers and it is perfectly simple to use. So there you go, that's a very quick going over. Just a tiny bit up here I've missed. The build quality on these vans is amazing. Every time I touch that electric window button, it tries to pop out. So try not to do that if I can help it. So yeah, that's it. Now what you can do is you can then do a second coat if you so wish, so we're told. I don't really see the point. I've been over each bit a couple of times now, so I don't really see what I'm going to gain from doing it all again. And then obviously you can choose to get a clean microfiber cloth and wipe off any excess, but there isn't actually any excess here. I haven't used that much. What hopefully the camera will pick up is, yeah, there's a little bit of dirt there. You can see the difference between, trying to see in the camera, just make sure you can see this, clean side, dirty side. It's definitely lifted a lot of dirt out of the plastic. So, what are my thoughts on Aenso Core? I have to say, it's a good cleaner. With very little effort. Obviously the application I just showed you was quite a rushed one. I mean, if I didn't have the camera there, I probably would have taken a bit more time getting into the nooks and crannies and so on. So for a quick application, it did take out a lot of dirt. So the cleaning side of it is very good. I've used it on the Rivage, which, as I said at the start, it leads a sheltered life. It sits just here in the garage, doesn't really go anywhere very often, so it is pretty clean. But I'll overlay here what came off the interior of just one of the caps of the interior of the door card, just the cap at the top. And that was quite surprising. And I've tried it since doing the application part of this video on the Anniversary, and I've also tried it on the Defender. Yeah, it cleans, and it cleans really well. In terms of the protectant it leaves behind, well, obviously that's harder to judge. So, you know, obviously there is some UV protection built into this, which is obviously a good thing to have on your interior, certainly as we get into the summertime. So yeah, I have to say, nice and easy to apply. Again, the yellow microfiber wasn't the best one to use. I've used it with a slightly shorter pile, softer microfiber, and it worked a treat. A bit like the Aenso Gleam, which I reviewed. This does seem to be a little bit picky as to which microfiber you use, but even with the cheap yellow one, it did an okay job. There's no two ways about it. It did a good job. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this. So £12.85 from Enzo UK. There's a link down in the description below. So if you're interested, please check it out. I can't compare it to other all-in-one kind of cleaner and protectants because, to be honest, I don't tend to use them. Historically, I've always used a dedicated cleaner, followed that up with a dedicated protectant, I should say. Can't get my words out today. And you know, that's worked pretty well, but this obviously just speeds things up quite nicely. If it's anything like the rest of the Enzo range that I've tried so far, it will continue to impress, and it should leave a nice long-lasting protection on the interior. Time will tell. So I will report back on that. What I can report back on is Aenso Gleam. Now, it claims to have up to 8 weeks protection as a quick detailer. I'm going to do a video, actually. I'm trying to get it shot in a couple of days' time, where I compared it to Infinity Wax Rapid Detailer, because it makes a very similar claim in terms of protection levels, and very similar to look at gloss-wise. In fact, check the video out when it comes out, because they are very similar products. But of course the Aenso Gleam does have the fillers in it as well. So, but that's been a really interesting to look how one of my favourite quick detailers, how the Aenso Gleam kind of stacks up against it. And yeah, Enzo just continues to impress, I've got to be honest. So I will continue to test out the range, and I will report back to you guys. But yeah, definitely check out Core Interior Detailer. Or I should say it's got a nice smell as well. So yeah, on the interior, that's quite an important thing, isn't it? Helps. So anyway, that's my thoughts on Core. I said this wasn't going to be a long one, so I'm going to shut up now. And until next time, take care, enjoy your detailing, enjoy your VWs. See you soon. Bye for now.